Mal. We are here in Penetanguishene, Ontario, Canada today in my backyard, and we are here for the very first Wonder Wednesday ever. And you know, when I woke up this morning, it was kind of wet, and it definitely looks like there is a storm over there brewing over the bay. So I thought, why don't we talk about rain? How does it happen? I don't know. Let's learn. So, as you all know, there are big bodies of water. So the groundwater is flowing all the time. All the time. And it is flowing through rocks that are within the deep dirt that is around here anyways, because we live in a dirt-filled area. But if you live in a rocky area, then that water would just be flowing in between the little holes in the rocks. In our case, it's going through those rocks. So that is how the water is flowing underneath the ground. Now, when that water gets what's called evaporated, that means that the sun is so hot and the temperature is so warm and so dry that those little water molecules, so that water that's all around and in those big bodies of water, that water can't stand being a water molecule. It's way too hot. So it breaks apart and almost like poof, and then turns into vapor. And that is how we feel the humidity that I am definitely feeling right now. That's that tacky, sticky, so that is the vaporized water. So that is the process of evaporation. Now, once it gets so humid, once there's so much of that broken down water in the air, then it will accumulate into clouds, and this is called condensation. And you can see this in your car if you turn it on too hot when it's way too cold. You'll see it. You can see it in your washroom if you take a hot shower. You'll see it in the mirror. The steam, that is condensation. So that is all the water molecules, all the water coming together, and that is what makes clouds, pretty much. So we have our water going from flowing underneath the ground all the time in our big bodies of water, and then it's being evaporated up, turning into clouds. That condensation's gathering, turning into clouds, and then once there's so much built up in that cloud and it is way too heavy, because that water is heavy, so as it builds up it'll get heavy. Once it gets way too heavy, then the water molecules will form together again into those water droplets, and we will get rain or snow or hail or whatever the case might be. But the rain or snow, whatever is falling from those clouds and falling from the sky, is called precipitation. So precipitation is anything falling from the sky. Rain, snow, hail, anything really. And so once that rain happens, once the snow happens, and then the snow melts, it will go back into the water. It'll seep all the way back into that groundwater, or it'll flow into the big body of water to get sucked back up or evaporated, and then the whole process begins again. And that is how we get rain, my friends. So remember, underneath the ground, there's that layer of rock. So we've got water flowing through there all the time. There's always water underneath our ground. And that process of that water flowing is called rock deep percolation. And that brings all of our water to a big body of water, where most of it will get sucked up, or a lot of it will get sucked up, and it or be evaporated into the clouds. So the condensation is building, and then when it is ready to let go, then it will precipitate, and the whole process will start again. Oh, my friends, that is how rain happens. Crazy, right? All right, my friends. Well, I hope that you join us on our next Wonder Wednesday, and thank you so much for joining us today. Stay limitless, learners.